All right. Welcome to the show, everyone. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, whatever time it happened to be or might happen to be, where either you're watching this or you're catching the recording. Thank you so much for joining us. Yeah, so that intro, you might have noticed if you ever watched the one we had last year, it is the same one. I am a little bit of recycling. It had the shamrocks down there, which it's not St. Patrick's Day yet, but it will be soon. So I guess we're just a little ahead of time on things. So today, if you are going to Summit, or even if you're not going to Summit, if you're planning to watch the recordings, this session is for all of the developers who are focused on building solutions with Adobe's Experience Cloud. So we are going to review basically what are the great sessions, and there's a bunch of great sessions. So this is not all of them. This is really developer focused ones, and there is going to be, like I said, content and commerce, and we'll go through the list of kind of a handful of sessions, and then I'll share some of the other ones as well. If you're not registered, how you can get registered, all that kind of stuff. So without further ado, let me bring on my compatriots here. Hey, Sarah, how you doing?
Hello, hello. Hi there, everyone. Different shirts, same people.
Yes, exactly. We got Russell here. How's it going,
Hey,
Russell?
I was gonna go change my shirt. I have that one literally right there. I could go switch if you guys. Nope.
That might be, yeah, no, let's not do
Next
that,
time.
because
Okay.
I don't think I'm wearing, no, I'm definitely not wearing the same shirt because I was in a collared shirt last year. But yeah, unfortunately I'm cut off, but I am in my Summit gear. So that's at least showing my Summit yeah, enthusiasm. That's it. Anyways, okay, so we are going to talk about some of these great sessions. Let me bring up some slides here, and we'll go through. Hey, look at that, my slides. There we go. Okay, so Adobe Summit happening this year in Las Vegas and online. There's a bunch of, well, I wouldn't say a bunch. There's a handful of sessions. I think there's about 30 sessions that you can catch online. That includes the keynotes, which are going to be epic. They had a session for employees the other day, and they showed kind of the stage and all of the prep that they're doing, and it's, as it is every year, just an absolutely brilliant production. The team puts in a massive amount of work to make this look and come off without a hitch. Look amazing and come off without a hitch. So if you are not registered, definitely check out summit.adobe.com. There's a pre-conference on Monday the 25th, which is in, I don't know, like 10 days or something. Crazy how fast this is coming up. And then the full session from Tuesday to Thursday, March 26th to 28th. So let's jump into it with kind of the first session here, which oddly enough is with Sarah and I on how to customize and extend Adobe Experience Cloud with Adobe Developer App Builder. So Sarah and I have a fantastic session where we're going to talk about kind of best practices, repeatable development patterns to build customized user interfaces, tips and tricks, and case studies. We'll go through a bunch of stuff around how you can use App Builder with AEM, with Commerce, with Workfront, with a bunch of products, and what to look out for, what to do, what not to. Yeah, Sarah, you excited about this?
Absolutely. There is totally coincidental that this is the first session that we talk about.
Exactly. Yes, this is totally coincidental that this is yeah. So, and if this is not on, because it's the session's not full, so you definitely have time to register for this and add this to your schedule. you can go to this link down at the bottom there, the adobe.com/go Summit 24-S606, which is our session number. So you can add that to your calendar.
We look forward to
Son,
seeing you there.
what's that?
We look forward to seeing you there.
Yeah, exactly. There might be swag. We might have things to give away for good questions, or just because we feel like giving stuff away. But that's not the reason to join us. Join us because the content's going to be amazing, and it's going to be a great presentation. Okay, so let's jump into Adobe Experience Manager. We have first one I put up here is a lab. So there are a number of 60-minute sessions at Summit, as well as labs where you get the chance to actually follow along on a tutorial to build something interesting, right? To you actually get hands-on with our technology. And this is with Gilles and Vladimir. They are going to showcase really the like latest developments that we have here at Adobe around Adobe Experience Manager's Universal Editor. If you have been following along the developments of AEM's new authoring, in context authoring with Universal Editor, you now will have the ability to utilize UI extensibility. So that's out of process extensibility for building customizations, right? So buttons, modal dialogues, plugging into third-party solutions. And we've had the team at Adobe Developers Live showcase UI extensibility. We also had a session here on App Builder Live last summer on that. So you can definitely check those out. But yeah, UI extensibility is great, and it's growing, right, Sarah? We've got not just AEM, but I think UI extensibility will be available in other Adobe products in the future as well.
Yeah, I've seen some very exciting, UI extensions that have been built for commerce, where you actually are able to load an entire application right into commerce for, let's say, managing or corresponding with different ERP systems, looking at other assets from different for the content, for the CSMs that you're connected to. So there's a lot of really cool, I think, UI extensions that's already been built for these two products. And yes, as Ron said, we're working hard to introduce new extension points for other products. So if you have any applications in mind, definitely let us know, and it will help us to push it through.
Yeah, right on. That is very cool. Okay. Oh, and so for that one, they don't have the quick little link, but hey, the QR code you can scan, and that'll take you right to the session in the session catalog. Let's see. Okay, so the next one is one of a number of labs that is focused around AEM's new edge delivery services. This is it doesn't include App Builder, but it does include getting your hands on edge delivery services and really diving in and using this incredibly fast and lightweight technology for building and delivering websites. I think this is a massive innovation for AEM. But definitely check out the session from Karsten and Carl. It should be excellent. Add this to your calendar. Okay, let's jump into Adobe Commerce. We'll bring Russell in. So this first one with Ben and Surya, if you've watched this show before, you're definitely familiar with Surya. He is a product marketing manager, been on a bunch. And he's got Ben from Purina to talk about how they're building composable commerce. Russell, I'll hand this over to you.
Yeah, the tools that they use to make this possible are pretty fantastic. Especially when you talk about the speed and the overall time to first bite is very important for most people. And so the things that they did to make sure that the experience for the customers is as fast as possible is that's why it's a showcase here. So getting to listen to Surya talk about the technology and what composable commerce is, because I'm still, from talking to many people, they still don't fully understand that concept. So getting to understand that, understanding like what, how Purina leverage the D2C aspect and their growth potentials and what they set for benchmarks, it's going to be fantastic. And most of our customers are B2C that use Adobe Commerce. And B2B is growing too, but this is going to fit squarely into most developers' wheelhouse. So
Right on. That's very cool. Yeah. So, when I was talking with Surya a little bit about the session, I mentioned that Purina, which I didn't know this, is in the business of IoT, so Internet of Things, a little bit, with some devices that they've brought to market around cats and
I did hear about
other
that.
things. So I think it will be a fabulous session to hear about kind of the out of box, if you will, way that they're leveraging
Did you really just use that?
some of the tools, and that's only going to be interesting for people who know what the session's about. But so definitely check it out. It is definitely going to be a fantastic
That's awesome.
session.
Good job.
Thank you. Thank you. No pun intended with the out of box with IoT. But anyways, there you go. Okay. Then now Commerce Rockstar Showcase. We've had the Rockstar session for AEM customers and partners for years. And I think is this the first time we're doing
I believe so.
Commerce?
I
Yeah.
believe
Okay.
so. Yep.
So
So
yeah, go
yeah,
ahead, Russell.
this is fantastic. So just to set the tone, so the rock stars is the concept of, you have something that it's a brilliant idea. It doesn't have to be fully baked at the time you submit it, but the point is to give us an idea that you have in the back of your head, or maybe that you're in the process of considering building. You describe it, you're trying to basically sell it to us that this idea is fantastic, and then eventually you'll be able to build it to prove it. um, but if you do and you leverage technologies that are up and coming, or very useful, for example, like app builder, or API mesh, or whatever, you take this idea, you submit it to, and you can just Google this URL. Just if you Google Adobe Commerce Rockstar, you'll find the link, because it's kind of long and complicated. But you basically sell us the idea, and you could do multiple. So if you have like 5 or 6 different ideas, you could submit. There's no limit. And then if you're chosen, then you are presented a nice award at Summit, and then you can also demo your product, or the idea that you've got built up. And things, it could be something like, you want to do a ticketing system, right? So let's just say your customers are placing orders, and you want to make sure that your warehouse is aware of them, that these orders are coming in. You could do something like that. You could do like a wine purchasing thing, where people purchase wine, and then it does some sort of like age verification. So you leveraging some third-party systems or something. So literally the sky's the limit. So just but it's important to be creative using Adobe Commerce, especially if it's going to go for Commerce Rockstars, because you could do the AEM one and be completely different. But you can you submit your idea using some of the Adobe tools, and then if it's clever enough and it's passes our sniff test, then you get to be on stage at Summit.
Right on. All righty. Yeah, so that one should be good. I've thoroughly enjoyed all of the AEM Rockstar sessions we've had in the past. It's great because you hear these presenters go through their process of breaking down, like, what was my process in solving this problem, right? And then here's how we made this. And like Russell said, it might not be fully baked, but it goes to kind of their approach and how they solve problems. So super interesting to watch these folks think.
Indeed. Yep. And just so everybody knows, it isn't limited to just commerce and AM. I think analytics has one. So there's several to choose from. So if your expertise isn't necessarily in commerce, just know that you have other options to go into
To become a rock star.
to
Yeah.
become a rock star.
Excellent. Okay, and this last one in the commerce section here is around building a composable commerce platform with API Mesh and App Builder. And this is, I believe, with Naomi and Timothy, although it has somebody else listed on the catalog, but I think they had to make a change. But anyways, Russell, if you want to provide
Yeah.
any.
So the biggest part of this lab is that you're going to be able to take the concept of App Builder and how it uses and leverages API Mesh, and you're going to be able to actually use it. So this lab will walk you through a simple process to create your own app, to actually how to build, because there's several components that you have to build, and then to get a working functioning app when you're all done. So this is going to be a really good way to take the idea of App Builder, get a little bit deeper, get your hands dirty, understanding like some of the features that are currently available, like the events, and then there's notifications and there's callbacks, and you're just going to learn a lot. So this would be a really good one for people who are going to be doing their first App Builder app for their work, or just maybe for their own projects. This will get you that first round of education for how to use it, and then from there, just let your gerbils go crazy in their cages and see what kind of fun stuff you can come up with.
Outstanding. Yeah, so definitely, if you are interested in Adobe Commerce and how you can customize it, definitely check out this lab. This will be so great. And I'm realizing now I didn't put the dates and times on here, but definitely check these out or check out the session catalog for more details about that. Let me get into Experience Cloud, because it's not just about commerce and content. We have a ton of sessions about really everything Experience Cloud. So this is a session by our alumni on the App Builder AEM team here, David Benj and Ian. So they are going to talk about Gen Studio, right? So we had Adobe has been championing the idea of content supply chain, right? So basically tying together with very tight coupling the Adobe products across both Creative Cloud and Experience Cloud, as well, I think Document Cloud, in tying together these products to deliver on rising to the challenge for enterprises to create content at the speed of business today, essentially. And Gen Studio is the evolution of that. Is a new product offering by Adobe, and so they're taking Gen Studio as well as other products to show as enterprise architects how they think about pulling these products together, and how our customers can do the same. So this should be a fantastic session. You can check it out with the Go link down there at the bottom. I don't know, Sarah, if you have anything to add with this one.
No, but I do know that as Ben just talking through it, he's also talking through, how you can use App Builder, how you can use App Builder
Yep.
with some other Adobe tools like Fusion for those of you that's working with Workfront. So definitely check it out. It's very exciting. Bench has built a lot of cool integrations around content supply chain and Gen Studio, and I think this is a really perfect session to attend to learn more about those.
Right on. Yeah, it should be good. Okay, and then there are, like I said, there's a bunch of yeah, I don't know how this got in here again, but since it's here, we might as well, customize and extend Adobe Experience Cloud with Adobe Developer App Builder. This is, Sarah and my session. As Sarah mentioned, Dave's going to be talking a little bit about App Builder. We'll be talking about App Builder and, maybe Workfront and Workfront Fusion. If you're not familiar with Workfront Fusion, it is are no code kind of integration technology similar to other products like Zapier and such, but really tightly integrated with Adobe's ecosystem, as well as kind of the whole marketing ecosystem. So it connects to, pretty much everything you can think of. And for things that you don't, that it doesn't do, maybe you've got some homegrown system or something that you want it to do something a little bit different. This is where App Builder comes into play. So those two products can coexist and essentially help you reach whatever goals you have. Okay, so that was my pitch. Hopefully that was useful for you guys. So yeah, if you're attending in person, you have, I think, 300, 270. I don't know. You have a ton of options in terms of sessions to choose. Attending online right now, like I said, you've got around 30. We've got strategy sessions, which is new this year. So there will be a handful of strategy sessions each day that tie into, like Gen AI. What are we doing there? What are we doing with on the data front? And so those strategy sessions will be a great way to kind of check in and see what directionally where Adobe's deciding to spend our time and focus on, and in helping our customers meet their goals. Yeah, and then in April, all the sessions that you, if you're not attending in April, they'll all be online for you. So hopefully this recording will still be useful for kind of helping developers to navigate. So let me share a little bit, if I can. Let's see if I can get this to it. Adobe Summit sessions. Adobe Summit. This is where you do this prior to setting it up. Hey, that's great. Look at that, man. That's beautiful. Yeah, so we've got Shaquille O'Neal. So if you happen to be here, Shaquille O'Neal will be the host of Steaks. And I had no idea. I'm completely out of. Did you guys know he's a DJ? I had no idea.
Only after someone had told me.
Yeah, so DJ Diesel will be in the house for Bash. So that'll be incredible. So lots of great stuff. Tons of brands that will be sharing their story. Well, I think one of the great things about Summit, it is a great place to go and gain insight into what other customers are doing with the Adobe Experience Cloud. But it's also a great way to really get inspiration, right? So I look at I don't know, whenever I go to these conferences, I get inspired in kind of the most random places. I can be sitting in a session and like listening to somebody talk about something and be like, wait a minute, this is exactly what, I had this problem, or I had, whatever. And so yeah, it's the serendipity of it all, I think, is a brilliant reason for having these sessions, as well as, networking and getting to kind of reach out beyond the screen and beyond the everyday. Okay, anything else from you guys? Let me jump into. Hey, look at that! It does.
Speaking of opportunities to connect, given Ron and I are actually going to be there at Summit, we're really looking forward to chatting with any customers and partners who are also there in person. So reach out to us. I think that you can probably directly set up a meeting through either your account manager or the Jiffle tool. I think that's what it's called. So let us know. We're really looking forward to meeting with you.
Yeah, by all means. Yeah, you can reach out to me, ronnegi@adobe.com, and I'm happy to. Yeah, we're happy to set up a meeting and chat with you. So this is the last thing, the session catalog. If you wanted to see all of the developer related sessions, session type, format, track, you can go over here to track and then click developer. And this is all of the developer sessions. Yeah, so Workfront Fusion and Gen Studio. There's just a ton of content here to check out. So yeah, hey, look at that. There's us again. I don't know how it keeps doing that.
So weird.
It's uncanny. Anyways, there you go. So that was pretty much what we had planned for today. It's a short session, but I think there's not a lot to really cover here. Any questions by anyone out in the audience? Throw it up into comments, into the chat, and we will definitely answer that. But yeah, hopefully we will see you in about 10 days, about a week and a half in Las Vegas. Are you looking forward to traveling to Vegas, Sarah? After it's been a number of years since we've been there.
Yeah, it's been, I think 2019 Summit was the last time we were there, and that was also the last time I was in Vegas. So
yes, exactly.
I gotta say, that used to be my annual routine. Is like, every year.
Yep. Yeah, and after doing Summit sneaks a couple of years in a row during the pandemic, it'll be nice to finally be there again in person. So yeah, definitely looking forward to it.
I know, especially after you did a virtual sneak.
Yes, exactly. All right. Well, thank you guys for joining us. And yeah, like I said, or like Sarah mentioned, if you are going to be at Summit, if you're going to be in Vegas, definitely reach out to us. We'd love to chat. And yeah, Russell, there's some things that are happening pre-conference, right? Some of the things you guys have some sessions.
So for any partners out there, there's going to be a set of you'll get notification probably late this week. There'll be a set of 4 different partner enablement series that we're doing to help build and construct a better commerce experience. It's basically giving partners the insight to how to use Adobe Commerce in today's world. API first. We're looking to use App Builder more and more, catalog as a service. All of our service SaaS offerings. So yeah, be on the lookout for that. All that's going to be through your partner portal, and when those are all done, we're going to post those recordings, do some minor editing, and then put those on Experience League. So if you guys haven't been to Experience League, make sure that you go there to follow up, especially if you're not working with a partner, you're just an individual developer.
All right. Very cool. Very cool. Okay. So thank you guys for joining me today. And for everyone that's joined, yeah, have a fantastic day. Hopefully the weather is as good as it is here. It's finally, and the sun is finally showing itself.
Amen.
Thank you,
All right.
Thank you.
See you guys.